The Prince of Wales, which is intermediate men's quadruple sculls. Glasgow University on the far station. Reading University's A crew nearest us as they get ready under starters orders. And they're off.
Again, off really smoothly. So interesting seeing the races now that there isn't that strong headwind, and just how well each of the crews are getting away. The water was poppy earlier in the day. Look at this lovely line from Reading University on the right. Nice and tight to the island, no deviation. If anything, just coming off the station now, just as I called it was a lovely line. They've just allowed themselves to move slightly towards the middle.
We shouldn't tempt fate, but
it's
yeah,
worked well for them still.
Near perfect conditions and a near perfect start, I think, there from Reading University's A crew. They overturned Thames easily yesterday in a pretty fast time. It's hard to judge yesterday's times because the weather was really quite variable, but you can see they've gone off to an absolutely blistering start, something that Glasgow University really struggled to respond to. There are already some clear water ahead, which is quite tough to bear for Glasgow at this stage in the race.
Yeah, good lead there for Reading University as they were going through that early stage, and now we move on down the course, coming towards the enclosures. And yeah, Reading University A here, the crew that won the University Quad Pennant at the Fours Head. They won gold in Championship Fours at the Bucks Head, and they won silver in Championship Quads at the Bucks Regatta, showing the class here with that big lead they've got over Glasgow University.
Quite a lot of Henley experience as well in that Reading University A crew, with Josh Lyon at bow, Ollie Dix at 2, Sol Hewitt at 3, and Lewis Powell sitting in the stroke seat. Competed at Henley in the Fawley in 2018, 2019, and the Prince of Wales in 2021. So plenty of Henley experience there, as well as some GB representative experience too in the Reading crew, and that experience is showing very well. I really thought their start was super impressive, and that's made it easy work through the middle of the course.
Yeah, we look at the lovely sculling here. We look at those backs moving together. It looks like there's only one sculler in front of you. There's actually 4 of them there. But Reading University Boat Club have focused in on developing sculling, and this is some more great athletes coming through that system. And I guess it's always that bit easier when you're sitting up in front. You've done the work early on to be able to just take that cool, calm look that we saw there from Josh Lyon over his shoulder, coming into the enclosures, enjoying this row. Yeah,
absolutely enjoying it. You've got plenty of colour and spectators still on the bank there as the golden evening sunlight on Thursday at Henley Regatta bathes these 2 men's intermediate quads beautifully as they approach the last few strokes of the race. Well, Reading University could be quite pleased with that, the A crew in this event, as they can look onto the backs of the Glasgow University crew, Andrew Laird, Andrew Mortimer, Alexander Beeson and James Rafe, and Glasgow University approaching the last few strokes for them. Reading easy and drop their oars, happy with their day's work. Glasgow, well, they weren't just able to match right from the start the power and experience of Reading, acknowledging their victory. So that's Reading University A crew beating Glasgow University in Henley Thursday.
And Glasgow hung in there, didn't they? They weren't going to give that one up, but good control from this crew from Reading as we see them now sculling confidently back to the landing stages. They'll go and think about their race tomorrow. Confirmation there of that win for Reading University over Glasgow University.